Hello everyone, this is VJose32, a little tongue-tied. Uh, I'm here filling in for Magical Zach. This is day 34 out of 50 on his 50 days of cards, I guess it is. His 50-day thing. I'm filling in for him because he's on holidays. There's my phone again. And like I said, day 34 out of 50. It's time for a card class. I haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks. This is a mechanic versus the Steampunk House of Playing Cards versus Theory 11. So it'll be pretty interesting. It was requested by a couple of people, Mechanic of Magic and Benjamin Goldstein. Make sure to check out their channels. Let's have a look. Let's start with the Mechanic deck. Of course, it says Mechanic deck on the front, on the top. I like that fixing games since 2012 on the bottom. Cool. Little spade pip, Mechanic Industries, a Mechanic deck. It's got a kind of a mechanic feel to it. It looks like something anyways. You can actually check out their site, mechanicindustries.com. And you can probably still get these on House of Playing Cards as well. You see the back on the back design, custom seal with a cog type thing on it. Inside you get an ad card for Mechanic Industries. Those borders are pretty bad. And a playing card. Cards are pretty standard. The faces, some darker colors, darker reds, and darker and some goldish colors. You can see that there's some fading going on in the red colors and the pips at the very least, but also a little bit down here, so it's not like a solid red. It's got some fading going on there. Same with the other cards. Hopefully you can see that. Even the black card as well, there's some fading on them, on the pips. Don't know if you can see it out or not, unfortunately. That's a little bit different, the 8. Some more code cards for you again, fairly standard, just in darker colors. Jokers, pretty nice. It's got a, basically it's a poker chip that you can get on there, or actually, it looks like a poker chip. You can get, or a coin really, and I think you can get coins on the website that look like that. It says Joker on the bottom, a little symbol in the corners, and it's got an Ace of Hearts reveal on it, really nice. Simple, but nice. And this 8, compared to the other 8 I showed you, is normal. It's kind of bizarre that some are one way and some are the other. The other Joker is the same except no reveal on it, as you can see. And again, the black 8s are like this, the red 8s are normal. Not really sure what's up with that. And the Ace of Spades looks just like the one in the box. It says Mechanic Industries on the bottom. Fixing games since 2012. Unfortunately, I haven't seen doing a whole lot of fixing this year because there hasn't been any new releases. The back's got pretty big borders, which is a little bit disappointing. However, the cool part is it moves. You can see the cogs on the back design moving. Really nice. And it doesn't matter what order the cards are in, it still works. In some ways, there's some orders that are better than others, but you don't really need an order. Which is great, because when you look at a deck like the Fantastique from Dan and Dave, it was really nice, had a really cool animation, except it had to be set in a specific order, like a brand new deck order, in order to make the animation work. Otherwise it was just dumb. These ones, it doesn't matter what order it's in, it still works and it still looks great. And I've actually performed with these and they actually like that. As you can see, they handle really nice. No complaints with that. Biggest issue is the borders. Really big. Now we go to the Steampunk. Of course, it's got a real metallic look to it. It's got some embossing on it, shiny. It says bicycle Steampunk playing cards on the front. It's got a scratch or something. The rest of the box is fairly standard. It says by Theory 11. This looks like a vent on there, some more embossing on the bottom, embossing on the back. Interesting design, no seal. Let me go right inside. You do get your standard Fear 11 ad card. There's your back design. It's different, there's nothing wrong with it. It's got a lot of browny colors to it, bronze and brown, and a lot of machine type parts and cogs and stuff like that all over the place. You do get a double backer as well. And number cards is standard, unlike these other ones. It's a much lighter color. Code cards, standard colors, standard artwork. Big whoop. The Ace of Spades. It's just a spade tip with some cogs in it. Looks a little bit bland. Like they could have at least put, you know, steampunk on it or something. And Jokers, again, it just looks like some kind of a turbine or something. Some kind of mechanical thing anyways, and it says Joker on it. And the other one, identical. The rest of the deck, basically standard. Again, handles pretty good. A little clumping, but that's pretty normal with decks. Overall, if I had to choose one, the question is, which one to choose? Do I A, go with a flashy, shiny box, or do I go with a flashy, animated back design? I mean, the faces are pretty standard and pretty similar. The back designs are quite different from each other, but similar theme. Both got a steampunk theme to them. And you know what? I've decided, and irregardless of what I think about the borders, I still think the mechanic deck is hands down the nicer deck. It handles good, and I mean it does have the big borders, but it handles pretty good. And I really like that whole animation aspect. It's so simple, yet so nice. And the fact of the matter that they, you know, came up with this idea for a deck that has cogs on it, it's just the right theme, the right animation for the right deck. It was just a good fit, and I like it. I'm not too excited about these pits because they got some fading on them. They look like they're a little bit faded and worn out, but you can barely see it. But I do like the Jokers compared to the other ones. And I mean, at least I know what they are. And the Ace of Spades is also a bit better. Overall, the mechanic deck is just a little bit better than the Steampunk, although both are really nice. And I do recommend both, especially if you're into collecting cards. And if anything, I recommend the Theory 11 deck over the Bicycle deck for the Steampunk, because it has a nicer box, and it's just better. But anyways, that's what I've got. Make sure you check out my channel if you're not already subscribed. That's VJose32. And Magical Zach will be back. He's on vacation. He'll be back soon with more videos. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, as I mentioned, if you're looking for playing cards like these decks, go to playingcards.net. That's playing cards with a Z, not an S. Playingcards.net. And use the code VJose32. My name, easy to remember. And you get 5% off each and every order you place with them. Just wanted to mention that, and I'll see you next time.